evening, everyone. My name is Katherine Meissner, and I'm the president of the National Honor Society. Alongside me today are my fellow officers, Vice President Priya Murchia, Secretary Maeve Hogan, Treasurer Ryan Murphy, as well as Corresponding Secretary Kyle Marsh. We are here today to recognize those students who have proved their excellence in the areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Each member upholds outstanding academic achievements while participating in numerous hours of community service. This ceremony solidifies their full entrance into the National Honor Society, so long as they continue to strive for the four qualities. The membership of the Olive Branch chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the four qualities held in high esteem by the Society. 4 of our members will review these qualities for the candidates. Scholarship.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for real education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success, but it can only be achieved in one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service.
My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus, to lead is a substantive charge to each of our members. Character.
Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life and when once developed grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
I would like to introduce the Secretary and Treasurer to read the biographies of the candidates.
Rebecca Needleman. Rebecca is a member of the Dance Express competition team, is a part of the Daily Olympian newspaper at Oliver Ames, and a Wingman for Dance team leader. She also volunteers at her dance studio as a teacher's assistant each week, helping with preschoolers.
Jessica Pham. Jess is the treasurer for OAHS Make-A-Wish Club, as well as an active member of community service clubs such as School on Wheels, Senior Kindness, and Hearts for Hospitals. She also participates in Science Team and Executive Board, and in her free time seeks other volunteer opportunities.
Kellen Rice. Kellen is the treasurer of the UNICEF Club. He's also an active member in DECA and Executive Board. He also is a regular volunteer at the local My Brother's Keeper and Holy Cross Church.
Matt Sabo. Matt has volunteered with the Special Olympics for 7 years and has volunteered with My Brother's Keeper year-round as well. He belongs to the Architectural Club, UNICEF Club, competes in DECA, and is the captain of the Olive Branch lacrosse team.
Harrison Ahern. Harry's on the OA varsity soccer team and is captain of his club soccer team as well as a student leader in the Oliver Ames show choir. He volunteers on weekends with little kids to help them learn to play soccer.
Maxime Anderson. Max plays on the football and wrestling team and is a member of DECA. Max volunteers at My Brother's Keeper and is an active volunteer in the Easton youth football community.
Julianne Aguilas. Julianne is a dedicated honor student. She keeps her mind on the goals she sets for herself and volunteers at My Brother's Keeper as well as at the charity house.
Stephanie Batter. Stephanie is an elected student council representative and is an active DECA member, as well as a SAD Club, mock trial, model senate, and buddies participant. She continuously volunteers at her church as she is vice president of the youth organization.
Sarah Barron. Sarah volunteers at the YMCA and has volunteered and raised funds for the Brockton Animal Shelter. She is a varsity player on the tennis team and has also participated in math team and executive board.
Allison Barth. Allison is a member of the varsity volleyball team, the ski team, and the spring track team. She volunteers as a religious education teacher every Sunday at Immaculate Conception Church.
Sam Becker. Sam is a member of the Oliver Ames golf and lacrosse teams. He has also participated in volunteering and helping out youth sports organizations. Sam is part of the DECA and SAD clubs and continues to serve as an active member of the community.
Diana Binney. Diana is co-captain of mock trial, captain-elect of the 2019 cross-country team, and a member of the spring track team. She volunteers at My Brother's Keeper, prepares food for Louisiana Shelter, and works at Holy Cross Church's monthly movie night for children.
Jordan Bossy. Jordan is in all honors and AP classes. She's captain of her volleyball team for the upcoming season, as well as an Enterprise All-Scholastic athlete. She often volunteers her time at My Brother's Keeper.
Nicholas Boudreau. Nicholas is a member of DECA and has played baseball for Olive Ames throughout high school. He volunteers at My Brother's Keeper, delivering food and furniture to local families in need, and prepared and served meals at Father Bill's over the summer.
Olivia Carroll. Olivia Carroll has taught third grade CCD at her church for the past 3 years. She has volunteered as an Easton youth soccer coach for the second graders. Olivia has also volunteered with School on Wheels and My Brother's Keeper. Olivia plays lacrosse and soccer for Oliver Ames and is also a member of the concert band.
Brianna Chevrolet. Brianna participates in track, the spring musical, and is a member of Panache. She enjoys volunteering at the Easton Historical Society and Easton Baptist Church. She also takes care of pets at humane societies.
Erin Conley. Erin is very active in school and in the community. She teaches religious ed every week and volunteers at NRT and the Oak Dance Hall and is a member of the executive board.
Hunter Costello. Hunter is a captain of the Olive Ames hockey team and is also a member of the OA lacrosse team. He is a volunteer in outreach that serves the homeless in Brockton and is an active participant in his church and the Easton community.
Jackson Del Rosario. Jackson is a part of the DECA on the baseball team and is a member of the Latin Club. He volunteered at a nursing home and helped refurbish a preschool.
Abby Everett. Abby is a member of the varsity soccer and lacrosse team, coach of a second grade girls soccer team, and a mentor to kids with special needs in her unified PE class. Abby volunteers for Talk Soccer, a program for young athletes with disabilities, and she often spends her time helping at My Brother's Keeper.
David Fedorchik. David is a student council representative as well as a member of DECA, concert band, and UNICEF. He participates in cross country and both track and field seasons. David also actively volunteers in the church and school of his Polish community in Boston.
Cullen Gallagher. Cullen plays for varsity lacrosse and hockey and volunteers his time coaching the JV and youth lacrosse programs. He also helps his mother at rec department events.
Grace Gaultier. Grace Gaultier is an active member of Executive Board, a competitive figure skater, a volunteer at her home rink, FMC Raynham, as well as a coach.
Nick Gillis. Nick is a member of DECA. He also participates on the varsity Olive Branch lacrosse and football teams. Nick volunteers at Creative World in Easton to help children with schoolwork and crafts.
Jake Gottwald. Jake is a member of the Oliver Ames varsity hockey team and Oliver Ames lacrosse team. Jake volunteers his time at my brother's keepers organization in Easton, assisting people in need of food and furniture. Jake also is a member of the Best Buddies Club.
Ryan Gottwald. Ryan is a peer buddy in the Best Buddies program and is a member of the Architectural Engineering Society at Oliver Ames. He volunteers his time out of school to an organization called My Brother's Keeper, plays on the lacrosse team and varsity ice hockey team at OA.
Kyle Grammer. Kyle is a member of the golf and baseball teams and is captain of the ski team. He competes in DECA and enjoys volunteering at My Brother's Keeper and the Easton Food Pantry.
Emma Hayes. Emma is a highly active musician who offers viola lessons to children. She also offers French tutoring and art lessons for those who are interested. Finally, she provides services to teachers in need of organizational help. All in all, she is willing to help anybody who is in need.
Ryan Hilliard. Ryan is part of the varsity basketball and track teams. He also volunteers at a soup kitchen every Saturday.
Abigail Hodges. Abigail is currently a member of OA's girls soccer team, indoor track team, outdoor track team, co-vice president of SAD Club, and is a member of the concert band. She volunteers at soccer programs by mentoring young girls and boys and helped out at My Brother's Keeper over the summer.
Megan Holleran. Megan is a junior captain of the Oliver Ames girls basketball team and a member of the School on Wheels Club. Megan volunteers with the Easton Food Pantry and local nursing home.
Abigail Holmes. Abigail is a player on the Oliver Ames softball team, a witness in mock trial, a member of the robotics team, and a participant in the Oliver Ames Environmental Society. Abigail also volunteers at the Bay Point Nursing Home and helps out at Holy Cross Church.
Kayla Hudson. Kayla is a member of the executive board, an active participant in both the math and science teams, and a varsity member of the swim and dive team. She volunteers at various community-based events and most recently volunteered as a tutor through School on Wheels.
Allison Kemp. Allison is captain of the volleyball team for the upcoming season, as well as a member of the track team. She volunteers at My Brother's Keeper and attends fundraisers for muscular dystrophy.
Maura Kiernan. Maura is a member of the varsity field hockey, ski, and tennis teams. She has recently competed in the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Student of the Year campaign and helped to raise almost $9,000. She also volunteers for an adaptive ski program and enjoys preparing meals for the homeless.
Peyton Krinsky. Peyton is the vice president of the junior class, as well as the boys vocal captain of the OA show choir. He plays the viola in the OA orchestra and chamber orchestra, and during Sunday masses at Holy Cross Church. He is a member of Envirothon and OA Kids for Wish Kids, and spent many hours over the summer volunteering at School on Wheels and the Easton Food Pantry.
Zach Lerman. Zach is currently a member of DECA and the Leo Club, as well as co-vice president of the SAD Club. He volunteers at My Brother's Keeper and the Mansfield Food Pantry.
Chi Fong Lee. Chi Fong is a section leader of the Oliver Ames Marching Band and an active member of Tri-Am. He also volunteers at the local Children's Museum and the YMCA in his spare time. Joey Looney. Joey is a junior at Oliver Ames High School. He is a 3-season varsity runner, an art student, and has completed community service hours at My Brother's Keeper and the Nancy Davis Welch Memorial Event, to name a few.
Kara Lustig. Kara is captain of the Oliver Ames cheerleading team and is the founder of the Stall Talk Club. She enjoys helping out at her temple and volunteers at her summer camp. Kara will be traveling abroad the second semester in Israel and cannot wait to learn and experience life in a different country.
Angela Ma. Angela is the concert master of the school orchestra, Tri-Am treasurer, and member of student council and executive board. Angela volunteers at local hospitals and the local library, and plays in quartets and small orchestras for the community.
Redmond McInnes. Remman, or Remy, is the captain of the men's tennis team and participates in the show choir and musical. He volunteers for the Easton Children's Theater. Alex Manthos. Alex is co-captain of the mock trial team, a member of the science team, math team, DECA Executive Board, and Model Senate. He also participates in the winter and spring track teams. In addition to the school involvement, Alex contributes to his community by providing weekly math tutoring at the Ames Library for middle school students.
Melissa Martins. Melissa is president of Multicultural Club and a member of the Leo Club. Melissa volunteers at Dance Express and the Mansfield Food Pantry.
Erica Methler. Erica is part of the cross-country and tennis teams. She also plays an active role in the art club. Erica volunteers at the Easton Children's Museum, Heights Crossing, and works with the founder of Save You Women's Alliance.
Matthew Noswick. Matthew is the captain of the OA varsity soccer team, a member of the OA varsity hockey team, and a member of DECA. Matthew spent much of his summer helping at My Brother's Keepers. Matthew also spent much of his fall helping teach young kids play soccer and develop social skills at the OA soccer fields, and help with food pantries at his local church.
Kyle O'Connor. Kyle is a member of the OA baseball team and SAD Club. He has spent his time volunteering at a soup kitchen and packing lunches for the homeless.
Anastasia Pavlov. Anastasia is the dance captain of the OA show choir, Panache, and is also the Tri-Am Music Honor Society historian. She plays the violin in the OA Orchestra, as well as the OA Chamber and Sharon Community Chamber Orchestras. Anastasia participates in the musical productions every year and spends many hours volunteering at School on Wheels over the summer.
Madeline Peckham. Maddie is a runner for 3 seasons. Additionally, she participates in Envirothon, Model Senate, and Executive Board. For the past 2 years, Maddie competed for DECA and last year moved on to states with her team. She has taught a CCD class since sophomore year. Recently, Maddie attended a service trip to the Dominican Republic where she reconstructed coral reefs and aided locals.
Jason Percio. Jason is a member of the varsity basketball team, the track team, and DECA. Jason volunteers at the Children's Museum in Easton and the Old Colony YMCA's Easton branch facility.
Michaela Princiota. Michaela is an active member on the track and field team during both the winter and spring seasons. Outside of school, she volunteers her time at My Brother's Keeper and occasionally at Immaculate Conception Church, working in the office and classroom.
Edward Pizzoli. Edward is a part of the Oliver Ames cross-country, track, baseball, and DECA organizations. He helps supply the homeless with school supplies at School on Wheels.
Jessica Roa. Jessica is the president of the class of 2020. She is DECA chapter secretary and a member in Envirothon, Model Senate, and UNICEF. Jessica is on the swim team and is a member of the concert band. She volunteers weekly at Mass General Hospital and volunteered this summer at School on Wheels.
Lila Rose. Lila dedicates time to the library and the food pantry. She is also a dedicated competitive archer. School-wise, she is ambitious and successful in her courses.
Teresa Sadi. Teresa is a junior who has been an honor and AP student throughout her whole high school career. She regularly volunteers at her church and reads at every Mass in both Arabic and English. She plays the piano at her church every week and has been playing for 8 years. She is part of the Oliver Ames Chamber Orchestra and regularly plays for her community.
Olivia Sada. Olivia is the treasurer for her class's executive board and vice president of the Tri-Am Music Honor Society. She is girls vocal captain for the OA show choir and a member of the math team. She volunteers at My Brother's Keeper and with fellow Tri-Am members at community music outreach performances.
Nathaniel Simeon. Nathaniel enjoys playing sports and is on his 3rd year of the wrestling program. He's also an active member of the community by volunteering at the Heights Crossing Assisted Living Home and helping out at the School on Wheels facility with the supplies and fundraiser events.
Sarah Swida. Sarah is an active part of the community, both in school and out. She is a part of DECA and a regular member of the executive board. She tutors and volunteers at her church.
Sam Stevens. Sam is an active member in the Easton and Oliver Ames community. He is the captain of the OA football team and plays OA lacrosse. He volunteers with Easton Youth Football as a coach for the 2nd and 3rd grade team. Sam also helps out with Easton Youth Lacrosse, teaching young kids how to play the game.
Andrew Waldorf. Andrew is a varsity runner, a member of the Olive Branch ski team, DECA, and the Leo Club. Andrew volunteers at My Brother's Keeper and has volunteered at multiple organizations in the state of Israel.
Allison Witta. Allison is an active member of Student Council as well as a member of Senior Kindness Club, which helps senior citizens at the residence. She is also a member of the Society of Women Engineers. Allison enjoys spending her time volunteering for Zero Cancer and working at Township, a local restaurant.
Nick Williams. Nick is a co-captain of the mock trial and a member of Science Team, DECA, Model Senate, and Track. He also enjoys volunteering at his church.
Alexandra Ziss. Alexandra is the treasurer of OAHS Tri-M Music Honor Society and an active member of Student Council in the class of 2020 Executive Board. She is a part of the concert choir and show choir as well as OA Model Senate. Alexandra spends her summer volunteering at School on Wheels in Braintree South Middle School, arranging school supplies for kids in need and painting classrooms.
I'll now introduce the Vice President to read the pledge to the applicants. The corresponding secretary will now introduce the recognition of the teachers.
Rebecca Needleman. Alexandra Ziss. Nicholas Williams. Allison Witta. Andrew Waldorf. Samuel Stevens. Sarah Swiden. Nathaniel Simeon. Olivia Sato. Teresa Sadi. Lila Rose. Jessica Roa. Edward Corzoli. Michaela Princiata. Jason Percio. Madeline Peckham. Anastasia Pavlov. Kyle O'Connor. Matthew Noslick. Erica Meckler. Melissa Martins. Alexander Manthos. Redmond McGinnis. Angela Ma. Kara Lustig. Joseph Looney. Chi Fang Lee. Zachariah Lerman. Peyton Krinsky. Maura Kiernan. Allison Kemp. Kayla Hudson. Abigail Holmes. Megan Holleran. Abigail Hodges. Ryan Hilliard. Emma Hayes. Kyle Grammer. Ryan Gottwald. Jake Gottwald. Nicholas Gillis. Grace Gaultier. Colin Gallagher. David Fedorchik. Abigail Evan. Jackson Del Rosario. Hunter Costello. Aaron Connolly. Brianna Chevalier. Olivia Carroll. Nicholas Boudreau. Vossi. Diana Binney. Samuel Becker. Allison Barth. Sarah Barron. Stephanie Badrin. Julianne Aviles. Maxime Anderson. Harrison Ahern. Matthew Saba. Helen Rice. Jessica Pham. Rebecca Needleman.
Now the corresponding secretary will introduce the recognition of the teachers.
At this time, the new members of the National Honor Society would like to recognize someone who has a profound influence on them in the area of leadership, scholarship, character, or service. Each of the new members will rise when I say his or her name. They will face the audience and address the person to whom they have given special invitation to tonight's induction. Honored guests, would you please stand up as your name is announced? A member of the Honor Society will bring you a certificate of appreciation. Rebecca Needleman.
I have chosen to honor Ms. Schleicher as I have looked forward to going into Review 4 each day for the past 2 years because she's everything a teacher should be. Patient, kind, reliable, and always willing to help. But most of all, she had her students' best interests at heart. I always learn something new from her, but what has stuck with me the most is not to be ashamed of making mistakes, as everything takes practice. And I do not believe in myself, she believes in me, so thank you for teaching me how to love learning and to never give up. I know that it will bring me far.
Jessica Pham.
I have chosen to honor Ms. Fogarty because not only has she encouraged me to work to the best of my abilities for all 4 years I've been in high school, but she also made me an incredible writer and taught me to think maturely and more sensible, and is a positive role model throughout my entire life. She is a positive role model for my life and someone that I deeply respect and admire.
Kellen Rice.
Tonight, I'd like to recognize Ms. Annunziato. Ms. Annunziato pushes each student to be the best and strives for every class to be unique and special. She inspired me to pursue the field of science, and I'd like to thank her for her hard work and determination.
Matthew Saba.
Tonight, I'm honoring Mrs. Donahue. For the past 4 years, Mrs. Donahue has supported my decisions and offered me advice I can use in high school and for many years to follow. She kept me on the right path, and I owe much of my success to her.
Harrison Ahern.
I'd like to recognize Mr. Turgeon. He's a great teacher, a very friendly teacher. He's always encouraged me to be very curious in science. So thank you, Mr. Turgeon.
Maxime Anderson.
I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Riley. Me and Mr. Riley have made a great bond over the years since freshman year, and I wish to keep this going, and he has made me a great character.
Julianne Aviles.
I wish to honor my 10th grade biology teacher, Ms. Morrow. She was always very passionate in her teaching, and it really made class very enjoyable, and she inspired me to pursue a further career in science. So thank you for helping me find the right path that I wanted to take in my life. I couldn't have done it without you.
Stephanie Batten.
Hello, tonight I would like to recognize Ms. Strome, my previous 7th and 8th grade Spanish teacher. I aspire her ability to follow the responsibilities and duties of my previous 7th grade Spanish teacher. Because of her encouragement and support, I look up to her as a role model and the reason as to why my Spanish skills are always advancing. Thank you.
Sarah Barron.
The teacher that I am honoring tonight is Ms. Shag. She has taught me so much in the past 2 years that I've been in her art class. And without her influence, my qualities both as an artist and as an individual wouldn't be what they are today.
Allison Barth.
Tonight I would like to recognize Mrs. Moran. Mrs. Moran, you're the most passionate teacher that I've ever had. Your love for your job inspires me to always work my hardest.
Samuel Becker.
I'd like to honor Mr. Cahill tonight. I've been a teacher for the past 3 years, and he's really had a great influence in my life. So I hope our relationship continues to grow.
Diana Binney.
I would like to thank Mr. Souza for guiding and supporting me throughout my high school career thus far. He has taught me the importance of the values of integrity, commitment, hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance. Thank you, Coach.
Jordan Bossy.
I'd like to thank Mr. Cahill. He's been my advisory teacher for the past 3 years. This is someone I can always talk to and trust.
Nicholas Boudreau.
I'd like to recognize Mr. Turgeon for helping to spark my interest in physics because of his unique teaching style, and I thank him for being a role model and encouragement throughout high school.
Olivia Carroll.
I chose to honor Ms. Breton. Ms. Breton is one of my favorite teachers. She has not only increased my math skills over the past 2 years, she has also set an amazing example on just how to be a great person. I just wanted to thank her so much for all your help, and especially when me, Megan, and Abby are confused.
Brianna Chevalier.
Tonight I am honoring Miss Donahue. She was my physics teacher, and not only did she teach me physics, but she taught me several important life lessons. Thank you.
Erin Conlon.
I'm honoring Miss Morrow because you're always such a positive person and you really taught me to become open and enjoy things that I never thought I would. So, thank you.
Hunter Costello.
I would like to recognize Mrs. Taraga, who's my first and second grade teacher at Moreau Hall. You're extremely important to my family. You taught all my siblings as well. And in that classroom, you taught me numerous life lessons that I'm extremely grateful for. Thank you.
Jackson Del Rosario.
Tonight, I would like to honor Mrs. Gove. For the past 2 years, she has taught me not only skills in Latin, but life lessons I can carry with me. She has made learning fun while allowing me to succeed. Thank you, Mrs. Gove, for making my learning experience one I won't forget.
Abigail Evan.
Tonight, I would also like to thank Mrs. Bratton. Mrs. Bratton not only taught me math, but she taught me how to work hard. Even though that sounds like such a small thing, it has brought me great success in achieving the unimaginable.
David Dorji.
Tonight, I would like to recognize our principal and my advisor, Mr. Ball. Without him, I would not be able to be the open person that I am and accomplish greater tasks. He has been one of the most influential people in my life and deserves to be recognized for it.
Colin Gallagher.
Tonight, I'd like to recognize Mr. Baldino. I'd like to thank you for pushing me hard in the classroom, as well as teaching me many life skills that I can take with me into the real world. Thank you.
Grace Gaultier.
I'd like to honor Ms. Morrow. She not only allowed me to engage with my love for science, medicine, and biology, but she was also a friend. Thank you, Ms. Morrow, for teaching me how to be a good person and student.
Nicholas Gillis.
I would like to honor my 7th and 8th grade year Spanish teacher, who not only taught me Spanish, but how to be a better student, prepared me for my high school career. Thank you.
Jake Gottwald.
I'd like to honor Mr. Cahill. He's a coach and a teacher that's mentored me throughout my high school career. Since freshman year, he's been someone I can go to for advice on personal life and school problems. Thank you.
Ryan Gottwald.
I'd like to honor Mrs. Williams. Mrs. Williams encouraged me to do the best in class. She pushed me to get out of my comfort zone and develop my personality as a young adult. Thank you.
Kyle Grammer.
I'd like to recognize my economics teacher, Mr. Flaherty. He is someone that cares deeply about the students' learning. He's a great role model for me, and I look forward to his class every day.
Emma Hayes.
I'd like to honor my 8th grade history teacher, Mr. B, the one and only, for giving me the most important relationship I've had in my life thus far. Sorry, I'm sick. You taught me so much about what it means to really appreciate life and, like, just seize opportunities with open arms, and I can't thank you enough for being such an amazing mentor and an even better friend.
Ryan Hilliard.
I'd like to recognize my sophomore history teacher, Miss Kenny. Thank you for always making sure that I look for deeper meanings in life.
Abigail Hodges.
I would like to recognize my 8th grade math teacher, Mrs. Wisnoskas. Her enthusiasm to teach inspired me to want to do and learn more.
Megan Hollering.
I'd like to honor Mrs. Bratton tonight. After having Mrs. Bratton for sophomore year math, I was very excited to have her again for junior year. You've been one of the most approachable teachers I've ever had, and I thank you so much for all the support you've given me over the past 2 years.
Abigail Holmes.
I would like to honor Mrs. Lynn. She not only taught me in 8th grade, but has continued to help and guide me throughout my high school years as well. I don't know where I would be without your friendship and support.
Kayla Hudson.
I'd like to honor Ms. Annunziato today. She is my sophomore biology teacher, and she not only encouraged me to work diligently, but she pushed me to work beyond what I thought I was capable of. Her caring personality and enthusiasm for learning made me realize that my possibilities were limitless.
Allison Kemp.
I would like to honor Ms. Schleicher. She has become my role model and someone I will always look up to as a person.
Maura Kearney.
I'd like to honor my advisor, Mrs. Kaufman. Throughout the past 3 years, she's been constantly engaged in my academics and athletics. Without her advice and support, I wouldn't be where I am. Thank you.
Peyton Krinsky.
I also like to honor my sophomore year history teacher, Mrs. Kenny, for many reasons, particularly for her commitment to her students and her passion for learning. To have such a teacher who's so kind and caring is really special, and her passion for learning has inspired me to find something that I'm equally as passionate about in my life. So Ms. Kenny, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it.
Zachariah Lerman.
I would like to recognize my 8th grade English teacher, Mr. Coriel, for his great social skills and his ability to connect to students. His determination and dedication made my least favorite subject into my favorite class.
Chief Fung Lee.
Tonight, I would like to dedicate to Mr. Benson. I want to thank you for teaching me the joy of performing music, as well as the very important life lessons of perseverance and personal responsibility. Your ever-present lesson in the pursuit of excellence has made me who I am today. Thank you for guiding me through the many obstacles of life and for being patient when things do not go as planned.
Joseph Looney.
I would like to nominate Mr. Goldberg tonight. He is a great teacher and role model and encourages hard work and kindness, so thank you so much.
Kara Lustig.
I would like to recognize Mrs. Bailey, who's been my advisory teacher, which means I see her almost every day and have been for the past 3 years. She is so kind, and all she does is support everything I do and encourage me, and I cannot thank her enough for making a comfort place in her room. Thank you.
Angela Ma.
Tonight, I would like to choose to honor Mrs. Binney. She has taught me not only how to write an essay that is not just the same sentence rearranged and repeated 50 times, but also lessons in life. I truly appreciate her and cannot thank her enough for all that she has done for me in my sophomore year, junior year, and life.
Redmond McGinnis.
I would like to thank Mrs. Dalrymple for inspiring my passion for music and teaching me how to work hard. Thank you.
Alexander Mentos.
Tonight, I choose to honor Miss Annunziata, my 10th grade biology teacher. Not only did she spark my interest in biology, but she always pushed me to do my best and to think on my own. Thank you.
Melissa Martins.
Today I would like to honor Miss Ann Karen. She's helped me step out of my comfort zone and has really helped me cope with a lot of stress in my life. Thank you, and I know I would not be here today.
Erica Meckler.
I chose to honor Miss Walker. Unfortunately, she can't be here tonight, but she cares a lot about her students and is always supportive and encouraging.
Matthew Nosling.
Tonight I would like to honor Miss Souza. Thank you for being such an amazing and fun advisory teacher, and also help challenging myself and improving my English skills so I can be successful. Thank you.
Kyle O'Connor.
Tonight I would like to honor my advisory teacher, Mr. Auger. He is someone who has been there for me since my first day of high school, and I know I can always go to him with anything.
Anastasia Pavlov.
Tonight, I would like to honor Mr. Kidd, my chorus and show choir director. He's such a role model inside and out of the classroom, and I really appreciate everything you taught me.
Madeline Peckham.
Tonight, I would like to honor Mrs. O'Brien. Words truly can't do her justice, but despite having her back in middle school, I can still reminisce and remember not only her amazing teaching skills in math, but also the life skills that I still carry with me today. I wouldn't have the confidence I have in my courses, so thank you.
Jason Percio.
While it is unfortunate that she could not be here tonight, I would like to honor my 4th grade English and history teacher, Mrs. Cunha. She was a great mentor to me during those years, and she allowed me to become a much better reader and writer during my time with her as my mentor. And for that, I thank her.
Michaela Princioto.
Tonight, I'd like to thank Mr. Pamela. Not only has he taught me physics, but more on how to put forth my best efforts throughout my high school years. As my former teacher and coach, he always displays his endless support, understanding, and gratitude. So thank you.
Edward Brizzoli.
Tonight I'm recognizing my 10th grade biology teacher, Miss Annunziata, who strived to teach us in excellence and hard work. She would also love to help anyone with anything and anything, and for that I'm very thankful.
Jessica Roa.
Unfortunately, she couldn't be here tonight, but I would like to thank Mrs. Hines for her hard work and dedication as a teacher. Throughout freshman and sophomore year English, she taught me valuable lessons on how to become not only a better writer, but a better student. I can't thank her enough for her continuous support as our class advisor.
Lila Rose.
I would like to thank Mr. Corpriel for being not only a wonderful teacher, but also a wonderful friend. He teaches more than just English. He taught me the importance of being myself, which is arguably the most significant thing that can be taught.
Teresa Sadi.
Tonight, I would like to honor my sophomore year history teacher, Mrs. Kenny. She has had such an important influence in my life, and her absolute love for not only history, but her kids that she teaches and life in general has made such an impact on my life. Tonight, I would like to thank her for all of this by honoring her.
Olivia Sato.
I would like to honor Mrs. Pratt, my 8th grade history teacher, for encouraging academic excellence. I know that I would not be where I am today without her guidance, especially in the character testing process of NHD. Thank you.
Nathaniel Simeon.
Tonight I'd like to recognize Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams has been my Spanish teacher for the past 2 years, and she does a great job at creating an environment that makes it fun and enjoyable to learn, so it's really easy to learn Spanish. So Ms. Williams, gracias.
Sarah Sweden.
Tonight I'd like to thank my writing STEM and English teacher, Ms. Campbell. You've made every 2-hour plus time I've spent in your room, because I've had your class 2 classes in a row, really enjoyable, and your impact on my life has had a lot to do with my success in school, so thank you.
Samuel Stevens.
I would like to honor my 8th grade history teacher, Mrs. Pratt. Thank you for being one of the best teachers I've ever had. Seeing your kindness and passion for teaching always brightened my day and still impacts me 3 years later.
Andrew Waldorf.
I would like to recognize Mr. Mulcahy. Mr. Mulcahy was a steady hand during a very strenuous sophomore year. Mulkin simplified any concept and has made my high school career significantly better.
Allison Woodham.
Tonight, I want to thank my 7th grade English teacher, Ms. Souza, for all of her support and mentorship, and always inspiring me to read and write no matter what.
Nicholas Williams.
Tonight, I've chosen to honor my sophomore biology teacher, Mrs. Louisiana. Last year in Mrs. A's class, I not only learned biology, but the value of hard work and the importance of always giving my best. Thank you.
Alexander Ziss.
Tonight, I would like to thank Ms. Campbell, especially for the way that she conducts her classes, because it is both excellent and unique. Rather than standing in front of a board or at a podium, Ms. Campbell seats herself along with us in a tiny little cramped chair and listens. Rather than placing herself above us, Ms. Campbell places herself among us, demonstrating that she is a leader, a mentor, and a friend. Thank you.
Congratulations to the new members of the National Honor Society. I would like to thank the NHS officers for assisting in making tonight a huge success, as well as the 2 advisors, Mrs. Sweeney and Mrs. Holt. Without them, the National Honor Society would not be as prosperous as it currently is. I would also like to thank Mr. Paul, Mrs. Quealy, Mr. Flanagan, Dr. Thrall, and Ms. Pruitt for allowing this important ceremony to occur. Lastly, I would like to thank the inductees for working hard and joining the National Honor Society. Please join us for a reception in the atrium.
Because of you, I feel not alone in this world. And you let me know that it only takes one person to make you feel wanted.
Hey, do you want to go to McGuire's and get some honey ots?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Joe Bros?
Joe Bros.
100, you're driving. I don't care. Devin? Devin?
Was it worth it?